He wants to compete with my. What are you doing a day like this, people? You see this Wi-Fi trying to try us? Satanuna manga. Yeah, we're nice. I just sent him the thing again. Yeah, so Wi-Fi was trying to trip people. But yeah, we're back again. Everything industry. Basically, what happens here is whereby we invite people, we are told, who are industry heads, who are already in the industry. My cheese here. Please request my dog. We basically call forth industry heads, people who've already done what we want to achieve, yeah, bro? And we have a discussion now, bro, in hopes to sort of maybe understand what works and what doesn't work in the industry, yeah, bro? So today I've got the homeboy, Ulebo Hangam Caesar, aka Tiro, aka Dino. What do you know about that? What do you know about that? Okay, the aka goes on. Some of you know him from the Queen. So yeah, we're gonna be chatting with him today. I'm just waiting for him to request. Just waiting for him to request, and then we jump straight to it because he's on a schedule and so yeah, let's try to get as much as we can for him before he needs to bounce, my guys. But yeah, shout out to you guys for joining as well. Shout out to you guys for joining and taking out the time. You guys see what's going on behind the scenes? You'd laugh. I've got a whole team. I've got a whole team here today. Can you request the Jayami? Listen through your request. Yeah. Listen through your request. Just waiting for him to join. To request, rather. Yeah, it was... Yes, sir. There we go. Alrighty. All right. Brother.
My dog.
What's going on, King?
No, good right in Jayami.
Nah, I don't think people understand what a hyena we have on the line here today. We've got a dog. We've got a dog.
No, nyabong Jayami, nyabong man.
No, shout out to you, man. Thank you, first of all, for agreeing with Charlie Live now.
Sure.
Giving us this cut circle. So basically what happens here, just a quick summary, is the idea of the whole live is, I'm sure you get people coming to your DMs now. They're telling you about my acts and none. So what we're trying to do here is sort of educate them what's the best way to go about it, yeah? Well, what works, what doesn't, so that maybe they can follow those pointers that maybe you've used and it's worked for you. Yeah, boss. So yeah, man. I want us to jump straight to it, my nigga, because you're in the schedule. Yeah, well, thank you so much, man. Yeah, first of all, before anything else, Tiro, TV, people, I don't think people understand how cool this guy is in person.
Yeah.
I want you to,
You know what's funny? Because the thing is, I've been planning to do it live. That's why I took this, Yeah. That's why I took this, because being a show, the thing is with me, I take so much pride in my work, Uguti. I want people to really believe in the character, so I'm not gonna show you who I am whilst I'm doing something. Sure. You understand?
Sure.
Then you're not gonna. And honestly, I think I got this from Denzel Washington. Yeah. I listen, dog. I listen and I learn and I keep learning. That's it. So that's why, because of the progression of the story in Fidida okay, as in man, it was so perfect, and I was like, okay, let's do it, because I think I've given everything that I needed to give to the character. Yeah. They believe him now. It's like, okay, sharp. Yeah. The story says last is for niggas back on, and now I can really show with no. Yeah. Yeah, my king.
Shout out, dog. Shout out. Something that we were always taught is that once you hate someone and you feel like you hate him in real life, it means they're doing a great job.
Sure.
Yeah, boy. So I just want to give you props on your flowers, my dog. You were killing that shine.
Yeah, boy.
Killing it. And I've noticed you're not really on social media much. I'm not sure if you even know the feedback from people, but Jay, What Tiro is always trending. People are always saying this about Tiro, this, Tiro, this, Tiro, this, Tiro, this. So, which means Ispanu senzayo mo Tiro Jayami, siyabonakala, and inyakazi sabantu, which means it's suspect of disbelief Jayama hundreds.
No, I think once local progress I'm in industry yafunda ukuthi as soon as you jump onto a character it's very tricky for ukuthi ubhizi ulalela abantu ngoba uzotshintsha performance yabona.
Hey.
Uzotshintsha performance. So as long as seyivunywa my director sesiyicedile sonke ishiye lapho.
Sure.
So we assess 20 feedback later on. It's small. I think rather I'm a comments engizowafuna yilawa as a directly game as the DMs and the love back because there's a zinye performance and you don't want that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
No. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. So, because obviously, like, this is you taking off the mask now, right? Taking the veil. So, can you just let us know, great job, whose level? Yeah, well,
sure.
Level. I level hang
sure.
Acting and all that.
Ulebu indana yasekasi actually.
Yeah.
Yabona ngiziphumele ikasi bengomajayivane.
What?
No, I did all of that, and funny enough, into is connected now. What you don't understand is when I went through your profile, I found out to go to this cat is from Christ Embassy, so I did everything there. I was a dancer in Christ Embassy. I was involved go artsy. I did the whole thing. You understand? But the no performance that corner, but the dream was always TV. But I was just not sure between Yongena Ganjani or Nguyenzani. But like the performance that corner.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I think lama sengivuma khona ukuthi noma ngifuna ukuyenza lento le the first person I actually told was my wife. Ngamtshela ukuthi ayazini. And it was hard because then she wasn't my wife best show. Like she was the first person ngamtshela ukuthi ayazini. Ngifuna ukuact and ebenkelezi accounting scale, ne? Yeah. So when I accounting scale and really wasn't going that well because bekuwukuthi ngifuna ukushaya i-degree nginikeza abazali.
Ngayazi lo mpahla.
So anyone obviously who's going to resonate with this, who does want to do arts, nani. My advice, like if it's really a calling and you know ukuthi le into yakho, I mean, mawuloko uhamba endleleni uyayithola le nto le. I always say ukuthi don't underestimate God's echo, and the God's echo would be mhlambe khona omunye umuntu ozokutshela ukuthi wena kwamele actor or wena uyathanda uku-act or like you're always gonna hear those little things, you understand? That's God's echo.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gonna pray which has an incredible direction. You understand? So from mawukeli direction kwamele ube attentive to ezinye izinto manje yabona. Yeah, because from then it started getting easier.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say easier, but it iyabonakala ukuthi no kahle kwamele ngila from people saying what they needed to say about me from certain things, and then ngayigibela nje and it wasn't easy. Mangicala I have a beautiful wife nje. She said to me how can I help you? That's the first thing that she said, and then one release actually because very bengis explain phela ngangitshela amachita ngitshela muntu.
Yeah.
Ukuthi ngifuna ukushuna le ngifela tshela amachita ufuna uku-act manje wena yini manje.
Yeah, they'll talk you out of it. Yeah.
Sure, because I mean you're gonna feel ridiculous. You're gonna feel some type of way for thinking, you know, out of a crowd, you stand out, because basically that's what we do all day, every day. Every time you audition, whatever you do, you understand, it's all about do you stand out from the crowd? How many guys auditioned for the role that you auditioned on Scandal King?
Yeah.
So there must be something in you that you feel is special that you can bring like the other person can't.
Yeah.
So ngaringa na again, like the first thing she said was like, "Why are you not acting then?" Because I said to her, "I want to act." She said, "Why are you not?" And it was hard for me to say something like that because I was obviously also expecting a feedback, nyane ukuthi, but she gave me something emoja. What matter to ukumnikeza into emoja. Sahamba sayofuna ida. She googled my agencies for me. So if anyone wants to join acting, asiqale ngama agents bafethu singalokhu esicela abantu ukuthi bakufake. It's and not and not to dumb down on anyone else's career, but as is a family la. You know what I mean? Like you can't, yeah, like angeke ngikufaka kanjani. There's a storyline, and there are producers, there's where the story is going. So it's not that there's work.
Yeah.
It's a whole entire character that has to fit into a whole storyline. It's a whole thing, King, that is planned way before time. Yeah, way before time. So as much as maso audition natali character ke seyibhalelwe sebayazi ukuthi uyoyaphi and stuff like that, and then you navigate your way in there. So yeah, out here ngathola ama agencies, and then from there God just kept on showing me ukuthi yiyo lento le, with small things and big things, and yeah, ngabangena nje ngami, and I found myself here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just honestly, I just kept going. If you're gonna want to do this, you're gonna get a lot of no's. You
Yeah.
understand? You're gonna. It's not gonna be easy. If anyone wants to do this, it's first thing. It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like get that out of your head.
Yeah.
Your money when so mnandi, so famous, yonke lento le. No, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Mina, I'll tell me, to be honest with you, i-pursue yami acting ngiqale 2014. We understand, like ngiqale 2014, and kuleyo 2014 I took 4 years ukungena with this one agency label ngifuna ukungena kuyo, and I'm not going to say the name, ngifuna promote izinto bangicela. So it took me 4 years.
Yeah.
And kuleyo 4 years leyo, I made sure ukuthi I was very active njayami. If bone camera, I shoot, I send something. You understand? If on a script is I send something like, and these are people that are not established, King. You understand?
Yeah.
His name is in things nezinye out ezasekasi aboskidla va nani nani. You understand? I did a whole lot of stuff for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that you must know. Like for me, it was like, you know what? I just want camera time. I just want camera time. I just, and even in church, like every opportunity that I got, which as in, ngicela ukuyenza something, ngicela ukuyenza something. Sure,
Yeah. Yeah. No, shut up, because you know the funny thing is, you're mentioning it now. With me, now I literally found out recently you went to CE. Yeah, but when I was preparing for the live, I was talking to some of my friends, and they're like, "Well, it's not to be yes, I see." I'm like, "See?" It's like, "Yeah."
Sure.
And apparently he did this other project, so I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. They gave me my first project, and the first actually, to also tell you a bit about my story. 2014 vele ngingabuyela church.
Yeah.
It literally was me and God, because I feel like when you get closer to your dreams, or when you want to pursue something, it's one thing that exusa ibantwini, that you're really gonna have to look at yourself, and you're gonna get closer to God, because I mean nobody's gonna believe in you.
Yeah.
You understand? Then because you're coming and you're just saying that you believe that you can do this. I mean, who's gonna believe in you? You know, nami charity vele bese bakhathelwe yimi wena ulokuloku yemavasithi usitshela ukuthi uzoyenza lokhu sekufuneke ngibuye ngenze. So mangena e-church nje yami, khona enye out, and lapho bese ngicalile, so I was an extra also. Just so you know. So I was the background for generations, for Muvango, for Easting, or for Rhythm Seeds. You understand? For me, it was different from the other guys in shy background now. I mean, I just wanted to get close. I believe which into my phone, I get close to it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get close. Very we into which okay. If nyasondela nabantu, I can see how they do these things. Nani nyasondela. So khona out enkambini yami bengishamakhathi nje yami yabona bengigunda beyintswimi
Sure.
so bengithi mangifika kulezi zinto bengizishaya lezi ama extra bebanokungibuza sengibuzwa yilabantu becrew ukuthi manje uyishaya lento yakho so ngayitshela le out ngathi out yami hayi man le ngathi kwamele siyobangena le asibone ukuthi senzani so yena he didn't believe and I was like, okay, I mean, I'm seeing an opportunity in you. So I said to him, okay, ngifundise again. So I sat there and I learned how to cut hair, my king.
Yeah.
So njengoba bengise-CE ePinoni, ngathola enye intombazane yase-church, ngayicela ukuthi endoda awunginikeze i-sports lapho mina ngicale sengigunda abantu. Shuthi manje I for me in my mind ukuthi I needed cash manje ukuhamba kuma-audition because nobody's believing in all of this. Nobody's believing in all of this. So I did that. And fortunate enough, why I'm saying this, because I want to piece this together. Ukuthi ngene kanjani e-CE ukuthi ngenze leyo movie leyo. One thing you gotta know, but not everybody's gonna trust you. I mean, you know that now. It's not easy, my king. So I was behind on the rent. You understand? Because I'm renting a chair lang Kundaban to call. So I was behind. Man behind Ganjabin, saying it's okay. Whilst I'm doing this, Ganti Guzongena I call because you know how it is, Mr. Church. You'd get calls with your run back, but you know that the whole system ESCE, ESC Christ Embassy. So mang thoda leyo call leyo Ganti actually I didn't have enough money to pay rent. Right? So I took that money and I sowed it as a seed.
Oh, come on.
Yes, sir. So I sowed it as a seed. Yes, sir. And when I sowed it as a seed, the next day, because Bengloglo in Yahambi run back, you understand that I'm for arts and stuff like that. But then this day they called me because I sowed my thingy as a seed because it wasn't enough for rent. And there's a teaching in Yingayizo, if it's not enough, you gotta sow it, king.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Yes, sir. So I sowed it, and the next Monday, I ngathola a call, and ngazithola sebangisa ematruwetsi bangithengele impahla nani. I was gonna present a show called Simply Worship. You understand? And then bangifake roomini ukuthiwa ukuthi yazini they're gonna bazongibhadala for my time here nani. So in that week I got clothes and I also got Inyugu to cover my rent case. And I never went back. And I never went back because from there it was from job to job. You understand? We traveled. I got to interview Abu T Sharp, Chris Shalom, Martin PK. It was a blessing. It was a blessing. And it because I was thrown in the deep end, it wasn't easy, my king. I had a lot of studying. No, it was hot days, but it was beautiful because I grew. I grew. And from then, like everything will always come in alignments in As soon as everything's gonna come in alignment.
Now, shout out, Doc, because if there's one thing they teach you at CE is to be excellent. Well, they thrive on excellence. So I like being involved there for anything because it trains you wherever when you're thrown into the deep end, you can literally handle anything. Preparation is not proper. Maybe you're speaking the same language. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Okay, so you touched on a lot of things already, right? So I want us to get into Tiro no Dino, ne?
Sure.
Let's get into Tiro no Dino. I remember you told me, and this guy's a storyteller by notes, because even when you converse with him, he's telling stories. I remember I'm a conversation it's now. So, Tiro, Yambonu Tiro vele lo simjwayele lo osile. And then Chigi said no Dino to the mix. Those are two different characters. And for me, you really impressed me there because you went from snob, you went from snob cheese boy to Casinate. Have you ever done a character like that? How did you prep for that? How long did it take you? Was it difficult moving from Tiro to Dino? And maybe also take us through how Tiro even happened in the first place.
Okay. Sure. Let me start with how Tiro happened in the first place. So, I think I auditioned for Scandal 2020, right?
What?
I just jumped off from a show called The Tiro. That was my first lead role. You understand? Because I mean, at that point from 2014, it was just I was just getting by. Like anything Ebenitol, I would grab. Like even give me a 4-line, I little you understand? I'm kitchen, you understand?
Yeah.
So 2019 was my first lead role on SABC2. It was called The Tap. So it was for a year thing, telenovela. And then when I auditioned for Iskandar, Mangfiga Scandal, Umam Grace, right? The head writer, Scandal.
Yeah.
So the lady that was auditioning me told me that actually Umam Grace is a fan of yours. She watches your show, right? So for me, I was like, what? What are you saying to me?
Yeah.
So she actually even wants to come. Njengoba audition, she's coming.
Wow.
She didn't allow me to audition right?
Yeah.
So wathi ngafika wafika ke auditioner.
Yeah.
And then she told me ukuthi ndoda le character lesifunayo manje is exactly the same character that you were playing that side, right? Like ushilo ukuthi makangibona her words, ne? And I'm paraphrasing here. She said ukuthi when I was watching you ngizibonela Romeo. Ngathi, how there's another Romeo. Ngathi, oh wow. And then she was like, I need exactly that. Like she just gave me Leo synopsis Leo Simnandi. So audition and shine to yami. Audition I'm confident in jam and the koneni out ben habanai engikena yasikasla.
Yeah.
Phuma so itu ngiyayitshela ngithi mina njani mina vele ngaziwa de phezulu ngine destiny help njani mina ngimnani. Come be 2 weeks, come be 3 weeks, come be a month, didn't get a call.
Yeah.
Chigi sengibona sebafaka a new family a Scandal. The character that I auditioned for begu uzenzele.
Yeah.
And Leo out by cast enye out who played uzenzele. Singikhohle igama layo out yama.
Yeah.
So it was disheartening.
Yeah.
Angishisa vele ideas because I mean so fikile yonke into sekuya khona silver pattern. You believe ukuthi I know yazini yonke into imnandi.
Yeah.
Gwaya 2021, I continued with my life, did other roles 2022, did other roles 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
Oh, I auditioned for Scandal Fuji 2023. Some other role azange nabo bangco. Very actually Scandal. And it never was before because in my mind, I've always just wanted to be a showmax and Mzansi Magic type of actor. You understand? So I never thought the Scandal would have that buzz, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And honestly, like it changed my life. Like shout out to Scandal. It's really good. The directing, but let me not lose my train of thought. So anyway, the day that I auditioned for Iskandar, this was 2014 in Tola Ida Dance. And I'm just like, I maritingi bafis, we understand.
Yeah.
Mang audition I nisha into yami, I nini sing to the call, cut the story short, sebang phone la yung kinto nan. Then the day sing sangana no mam Grace, no sanel. Segang explain la good no, yazin. kenzeke kahle ukuthi that day singakugcobanga for their character leya because Leia is perfectly suited for you. So sometimes you gotta wait, King. And sometimes as much as it looks like the one, but it's not. So you gotta wait. And I'm glad ukuthi khona teaching vele sengiphethe eyenza ukuthi ngingakhulu. I mean, I could have spoken bad about the show, bad about anything that happens. Now I'm canceling out the blessing that's already there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad that, like, whatever happened, I felt like, okay, shoot is not God's plan for me there. That's how I left it. As my saying is counted because by the time that thing for me came, so I cancel with my own words. So it then happened. Yeah. Robert in peace. Yes. Some guy just said that the guy who played Uzenzel was Robert. Amazing actor, by the way. Amazing actor. He played good ideas. Kukomora. His character was London. Anyway, moving on. So Mtole Utiro Njayami, we understand the confidence from the head writer. Like I'm already confident. I'm walking in there. They believing in me. They're characters that when you audition, you have to prove yourself. And there's a time where the producer, the series producer, and the head writer, the creative producer, come to you and they tell you, Twana, we want you. And this here's what you're going to bring. We're waiting for what you have for us. You understand? I totally believe in you. Do whatever you need to do with this character. You understand? So, in 23 course in Jayam, you understand? Unhindered. So ngangena ngashaya into yami. And I think 6 months into it, the feedback that I was receiving, as much as it was, okay, this guy's killing his character, but most of the people that have seen my work had this thing of good, he's only killing it because he's played this character before, right? You know what I'm saying? And in my heart, when I played this character, Oni Ditapo, I felt like Azangi Itole ama views be what you understand, for me to showcase. So my prayer to God was, give me a shot one more time with this. You understand? So I can give, because I created this character. You understand? I created a spoiled rich kid in my head. You understand? And I knew how to play him. I mean, I felt like the show that I was on, I wasn't given enough. You understand, to play this guy. So masing totally yeah. You understand? So there was a little bit of reviews nyana angang died sang at the best. You understand? And then you remember Oguti when Jesus healed the guy though, I'm still seeing men as trees. So nami bengibona men as trees kancane. Ngithi nonjani ngifuna feedback ephelele. Uyangithola? So ngingathi God is so amazing, King. Like mina ngihamba noNkulunkulu njalo. So when Umam Grace came to me wafika wangidonsa one time. And these are her words. Ntwana ngeke basicede. Ngiphethe enye into for wena. And ngiyazi uzoyibulala. This is when she was pitching Udino to me. You understand? What makangipitchela yona, and yabona masikhuluma ngama-destiny helper uliyamama you understand? I could have played another character on another show, on another telenovela, on another series. You understand? Most of the time, abantu ababukela ngapha babukeli ngapha. So it wouldn't have done me justice to play any other character that side. So it had to happen this side. You understand? As much as the story is beautiful, but also my talent, whatever I had to bring, you understand? I was given an opportunity. You understand? So mangitholi opportunity yokuthi umam Chris unginikeze the opportunity njani ukuthi nayi character nana, and I don't even think she was thinking that. I think what the writing team and Apistop, it's just aligned with my vision. It's just aligned with whatever was in my heart. You understand? So when they introduced Dean, I already had him in my heart, King. You understand? I already had him in my heart.
Yeah.
You understand? I also believe Uguti as this actor, nesonke, we have different characters that we have, like a Speti Basket. So akhona ma character owazi ukuthi
Yeah.
uyasha. And the Leia Sekasi has always been in me. For me, that's the easiest, King.
Sure.
The hardest was the one of you believing ukuthi ngisnob. Because I'm saying snob ngiyawuthi uyekasi.
Sure.
Le ngiyayazi, le ngidala ngiphila namachimbos. You
Sure.
understand? So that for me was easier.
Mm.
So by the time that they pitched this thingy to me, I said, please,
Yeah.
I remember the first time shoot my scenes. I told those old items to Mom Grace, please, as much as you've given me the script, I am going to change it. I'm going to make it mine. And she was like, do you, bro?
Hey.
Ngathi, you understand?
License.
So I translated yonke lento yami ngazishayela yona because I already knew what I wanted to do with him.
Yeah.
And that's why it came out so flawless. So Njama, I appreciate ukuthi uNkulunkulu maseka kufaka entweni ukushaya yona iphelele njalo. So unginikeze yona iphelele out yami, unginikeze yona iphelele.
Yeah.
Like iphelele.
Yeah.
Like I have no complaint or nothing to add. Like I'm happy. You understand that when you really truly watch your dream come true, there was that, Njayam.
Hey.
There was that.
Hey.
There was that. Yeah. Like when you walk out of a scene full, that was making. Yeah, that was totally me. Because in my heart I already had these characters, bro.
Yeah.
I really had them from the jump. For me, it was easy sailing. Yeah.
Hey. Nah, shout out.
Yeah.
And it shows. It shows as well.
Yeah.
It really shows. Nah, shout out, Jam. You really took us through the whole process.
Sure.
Ending at one. You're actually inspiring me. I'm taking some pointers that I need to use.
Sure.
I'm curious though. You've done a lot in the journey of.
Sure.
Do you have a specific favorite character that you've played?
Mina, honestly, at this point, in thing you understand is the glory of the latter house shall always be greater than the former. So where I am now is the best. Where I am now is the best. And the next thing that I'm gonna jump onto will be greater than what I've done. And truly speaking, Jamlin thing in Kulma is real because anyone who's ever followed my journey thought the character that I played on the Queen would be the best. I mean, I remember even getting a comment just in Jengena with Tiro, but this guy annoyed us on the Queen. Like if he's able to top whatever he did on the Queen, he's truly great. And it happened.
Yeah.
It happened. Like for me, nobody's calling me that guy because before even Gena with the Queen, people from the other show that I was in were like, "Oh, Unkosana Segat." Unkosana was my character, by the way.
Yeah.
Unkosana Segat joining the Queen, and then from Unkosana I was Clive.
Yeah.
And then after Clive Mangena Budai, I was Tiro. Now Tiro Magic to Mutino. You understand? So it just keeps on getting better.
Hey. Nah, no like so. No like so.
Yeah, no. That's honestly where I am, and this is not me just giving you a prepared answer, Jam. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's what's in my heart. It's the way that I believe. I don't want to feel like this. No, Jam. I feel like I've got so much to give.
Yeah.
You understand? And truly speaking, all I've been playing is I'm a villain. I haven't been playing a character, it's Handega. So I feel like I can still do so much in that space also. Because generally speaking, to play a villain is playing so out of yourself.
Yeah.
Playing someone who's a good guy, that's I think you don't have to draw from any place than yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
in saying that, like, do you prefer playing something that's far from you in a sense that it will challenge you, or it doesn't matter to you?
I'll tell me, mina vele mangena vele bengifuna ukwenza SmackDown, so I wanted ukusha very lazy is that things that have never been done before. You know, masibuya le la sibuya khona makuthiwa uNkulunkulu wants to do a new thing with you. Vele ufuna leyo nto leyo. I mean, that's how you see
Yeah.
it. I mean, if you want to come in and add on Guline, you can do that. But I just wanted to be great, King. Like from the moment, because it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Linda from 2014 to just be average. You understand? Like the wait for me, ukuthi, the day in Tolinte Moja,
Yeah.
I have to leave my mark, King. I mean, it took me from 2014, my first lead role was 2019. That's 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 6 years,
Wow.
King.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's 6 years. And the from 6 years into engiyaziyo. No, Njayami.
Yeah.
I had to fight. I had to fight for something that nobody has ever seen.
Yeah. 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 It took you 6 years to be an overnight sensation.
Oh yeah. We understand, and then, even those other roles still challenged me la being corner. So I feel like it pressure young that, and the last week on see it's all about pressure again.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. You know.
nobody's gonna wait for you to be ready anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Fam, that's it. That's so insane because of like so you've done so much, right? What's the ceiling for? I think I kind of know the answer, but I guess I want to hear you
Yeah,
say. What's the
no, you
ceiling for you?
definitely know the answer. There is no ceiling, my kid.
I
There
want,
is,
I want
oh,
you to say.
there definitely is no ceiling, Jam. They really, like, I want to go as far as I can
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm blessed ukuthi nalo muntu uNkulunkulu angiphe yena nje
Yeah.
expects nothing but greatness from me.
Beautiful.
You
Beautiful.
understand?
Yeah.
Like it's like that. Like as much as I would get comments, ne,
Yeah.
ngithole ama comments, hey, you're killing it, you're killing. Bese ngibheke yena athi, you still need to fix 1, 2, 3, 4 with your way. I know. I know she's got my best interest at heart. She's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
njami ubadlale bonke lama character. Amakwabo text, makwabo ban ngihleli naye ngipractice naye nana.
Hey.
Athi awuyenzanga lesi practice you understand? It's yeah, mara, I was in the
Hey.
moment and in. So it's like that, njami. There's no other thing. I've waited way too long, Jam, for me to come in missing join the queue again.
Hey. Hey, hey, and
Yeah,
I like what you're saying about joining a queue because there's something you told me on set
sure.
about how while you were in a project, you got a call for another project, which means you didn't necessarily need to go stand in the queue to
Sure.
like people would have
Sure.
to. So this guy's not exaggerating, guys. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I'd like to think it gets easier. When you've left a
yeah.
mark, and you only leave a mark when you've really put in the work.
But also that's so profound because actually I wanted to ask you, Ogutin, what's worked for you that's made you what do you think is that thing that's made you such a force? Yeah, well, that's made you propel and be so productive in an industry that's hard to do so in. Yeah, well, what do you think? Okay, fine. I think this is what has helped me, Uguti, give a productive.
Okay, Jam. So the first thing, mangifuna ukungena le industry ne, ngisese yimi, young guy, still wanting. I thought, dog, I speak well, I'm good looking, I've got this, I've got this. You understand?
Yeah.
That version of me did not make it inside. You understand?
Woo! God damn.
You understand
Yeah, yeah.
that version of me did not, like, the ego in me didn't make it here. You understand? I had to go back, understand, and go back to the maker, the creator. Understand ukuthi intwana ungibekeleni la, Joe. Like why am I here? Ne? So in answering your question, Uguti, like what propels me, what puts me here, what gives me drive, how am I navigating all of this, and it's really through prayer. Angidlali nje ngokukhuleka, ngiyakhuleka
Come
njalo.
on.
And honestly, every time I step into a set, I'm about to do my scene. It's all about the Holy Spirit, njayami. Me nah, I'm like Holy Spirit. You know what is expected. Are you still there,
Yeah,
King?
Yeah, yeah, you know, Kuzan, I don't know, my network was
Okay.
misbehaving a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like for me, it's definitely like I remember the outside then being shaya interrogation scenes now, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My nigga was having a bit of a tough day, dog. You
Yeah.
understand? So before but the action, you understand? Cause you know how it is, dog. Like we would wanna run kona in makeup, kona in. You understand? But look back
Yeah.
tinta ufunuk run and
Yeah.
out masinyan. He
Yeah.
he ended up saying, "Hey man, like niggas," and I could just feel the pressure on him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And by bathi makithi ngacela the out yami le i-80 ngayicela ngathi out yami ngicela just 5. You understand?
Yeah.
I took the guy's hand, and we honestly we prayed, dog. You
Mm.
understand? The reasons why that lama scenes got clean and honestly, like how I feel like everybody perceived them. The reason why they were flawless is because there was an atmosphere of the agreements lapho esesayishaya
Mm.
esithi
Mm.
the agreements ukuthi sithi sifake uNkulunkulu, and I told him, I said to him, my king, we're not stopping until we're done. You
Mm.
understand?
Mm.
That's
Mm.
that's that that's just where we are,
Yeah.
njalo. So anything ends up until bathi khathi njami
Sure.
siyahamba.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Siyahamba, and it came out beautiful,
Mm.
Jam. Like
Mm.
I there's no role that I have played in Jam ngamfaka ngoNkulunkulu, and that's how I
Mm.
move.
Wow.
Angithi abanye bamuva kanjalo, abamove the way bamuva ngakhona, mina ngizikhulumela mina, but I'm like, honestly,
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I'm gonna come here ngikunikeze chest ngidayi njami ngiyabulala. Uyangithola?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like honestly speaking, Jayami, my preparation in everything, no mamang bambi scripts, ngiyam-invite someone ngcwele ngithi yazini athi sibabone la wozokhona ukungikhombisa moja ukuthi yini kahle kahle efunakalayo, because I mean you can have your own interpretations
Mm.
of the script and think ukuthi it's going. You remember when I
Yeah.
told you, I said to you the first day we spoke, I said, don't feel some type of
Yeah.
way when the director comes to
Yeah.
you and bese maceda akutshela ukuthi whatever le performance eceda ukuyikhipha, no, like please tweak this and this, and because you prepared so much endlini, you can feel
Yeah.
disheartened because babuyukutshela enye into, and then manje ufila ngathi wena lento engiyiprepareile abayifuni,
Yeah.
yabona, so ufila ngathi
Yeah.
bangitshelani, ngiyayazi into engiyenzayo,
Yeah.
kanti no, king.
Yeah.
King, like so more partnering and engwenya, seldomly you get those things. Like mina, for me, the things that I get most of the time for Amada dance is, let's try yours
Yeah.
and let's piece it with mine and
Mm.
let's see. So
Mm.
so I kind of create that atmosphere by partnering with Moyo and it really becomes that for me.
Mm. Nah, shout out, dog.
Yeah.
Shout out, shout out, shout out. That is so beautiful, and I'm glad that you said it, bro. And that advice that you gave me,
Sure.
Fana, shout out to you for that as well, because it helped me. Because I remember we had like what 4 scenes together, but after that
Sure.
I had to
Sure.
interact on another. So I feel like to why orchestrate a little what's my
Yes.
first interaction now
Yes.
on schedule now because
100%.
yeah, Bob.
100%.
So yeah, no, you really because you also gave me a chat. I think Jelu Lokuzana Untando last week. There's a chat you gave me. I'm not sure if you remember,
Yeah.
but it was the God's Echo chats where you said with the fact that you're here means
Yeah.
you deserve it. Yeah, Bob.
100%.
So enjoy.
100%.
I didn't know how much I
100%.
needed that,
Yeah.
but after
No,
hearing
no, no. Yabona, you always need to, and I'm asking you also, Guti nawe ube naleyo nto leyo for someone else. For someone else who's gonna be new, for someone else ozongena ku space esisha ongafika. Like make it easy for them. Like always encourage people, because nami ngayithola njami nami
yeah,
ngisaqala. Khona
yeah,
umuntu owangitshela nami ukuthi njami you deserve
yeah,
to be here. You understand?
yeah,
They didn't make a mistake
yeah,
now. Because sometimes you can feel that way, because hey, maungena kule space ndota. One of my
yeah,
heavyweights.
yeah, yeah,
One of my
yeah,
heavyweights, and sometimes now my heavyweights won't even make it easy for you.
yeah,
So be that light. Be that
yeah.
light. Always try and be that light.
Now for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, shout out. Okay. I think I already ate over your 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you did, and that's why I'm trying to give you everything at once. Like your questions, yeah,
you made it so easy all at one go. So I wanna thank you for that. And in wrapping it up,
sure.
Jayami, I like that me and you are like in the faith, yeah, but
Sure.
people don't understand how important it is in what you do. There's
100%.
and I like that you're making practical examples and we are seeing you. We need more of us in this space as well. Because growing up, they used to paint the industry as a place for bad people,
Sure.
bad influences. So to be that light even to fellow believers to say, oh, I can believe in God and be in the entertainment industry.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
shout out to that. I want to thank
Sure.
you also for your time, Jayam.
Sure.
So there's this thing that I usually do, umang masengvala ilokuzana, where I speak words. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, my nigga, I wanna wish you nothing but the best, And like you say, the sky's the beginning for us,
100%.
I see your face and I see it in international projects as well, my dog.
I receive, King.
Yeah.
I receive.
So
I
definitely
receive.
international projects,
I
may God
receive,
give
King.
the fact that you even, said yes to this platform, I pray that God favors you and he says yes to those doors that you've been dreaming of. You know what you in your closet now, may he grant you those things, my dog. And I'm looking forward to seeing more work from you, Jayami. And
100%.
thank you so much again for feeding me in such a tight schedule, Jayami. I appreciate you.
No, now in Jam. I love what you represent.
Yeah.
It aligns with me. You understand? Khona ezinye izinto also I'm an interview that I've taken, and I'm talking about publications and
Sure.
and I'm a newspaper and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That every time you mention God, bazofuna ukumfihla.
Yeah.
So this for me was a yes.
Yeah.
A yes to come out.
Yeah.
You understand? Because
Yeah.
I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
So this was a yes, I want to do this because I'm gonna be free enough. You understand? To speak to somebody who really understands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And I'm
Thank you.
excited. I'm excited about the future, my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to release you.
Yeah. No. To many more projects, my king. For me and you to work together again, my king.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for that because, like, I think more than anything, ngithanda ukuthi into mase siyikhulumile siphinde siyikhulume kwesinye space silibele siyakhombana ukuthi nayi le nto futhi. And bese sesiyikhomba phezulu.
Yes, sir.
Ngoba nayi le besihlanganisile. 100.
Yeah.
My king.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your night, doggy.
Thank you, my king.
Yeah, shout out. Hey, Foz wants to say hi, by the way.
Man.
Except boss, I am. Ngamnandi Jayam.
Sijabulela ukukubona mfethu.
Sijabule mina boss I am.
He's a giant. Shout out. Enjoy the rest of your night, my dog.
You too, my king.
Shout out to the family then.
Working.
Shout out to the wife. Shout out to you if you're watching. Shout out. We appreciate you for pushing 100%. This man. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. No.
Yeah.
Good night, my G.
Stop, my king.
Oh, wait. Hey, I told y'all people, Uguti. You thought it was a game? You thought it was a joke? I told you I got Tiro coming to the live. And yeah, man, I hope everything we discussed helped you guys. We were rushing in space. I'm by my friend's place right now, Uluvo, aka Forza. We had a birthday celebration, so we had to set up by his place. I'm sure you see the wall is different, but yeah, we had to make this happen because Homeboy said he didn't have a lot of time and he asked us to see until 6. Yeah, but we usually do them Sunday and he asked that we do them today, and I'm like, for sure. Yeah, because I believe you guys needed to hear what he has because it's so profound. He's so insightful, man. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this interview again. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Aramis, aka the Handsome Hankin, aka Mr. Content, aka the one number 2, aka Mr. Content, because I'm giving it to you guys, serving while it's still hot. I'll see you guys next Sunday, I think. I think the next one's going to be Sunday. And yeah, I've got another excellent and amazing guest. If I remember well, it's a female guest this time. Your lives are helpful for me. Continue with. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Malwando Sapo. Thank you so much. Definitely, I'll try my best to. And guys, if you have questions as well, just feel free to come through with the questions here as well. We'll read them in the comments and try to answer them. It's just that they are fun. Then let's get the fast because over for head to rush. But yeah, definitely, I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys picked up everything that you needed to pick up. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Tanda strong. Usually when you do this, there's a heart that forms on. Does it? I use that computer, but basically it's in your face. Yeah,